Am I still loading too? You stopped at
Yeah. That you basically
Okay.
kind of said it. Accidentally.
Wait, that was
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Dude, perfect.
There you go.
I've been out practicing breeding the cards, yeah. It feels nice, right? Making these bangers all night, popping and fizzle like Sprite. Shopping for Skittles while she giggles twice. Looking so sexy, making a taxi, cracking her open, popping the Pepsi. This is so messy.
All right. So we are doing live reactions. So we're just basically gonna read the comic live. So we're gonna go ahead and take turns. But before we start, I kinda want us to introduce ourselves to the public. So as an example, I'm gonna go first. So I go by the online name, Axel, and I enjoy voice acting. And in the comic, I edit the images, the video, the sound, and I voice Gavin in the comic book. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass on the turn to Ed. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Edgar Hinojosa, also known as Dragon Kirito in the world of the internet and TikTok and Instagram and basically everything else. But in the comic, I do play extras, a lot of extras, and also a character that you will see very soon in a couple of episodes by the name of Tanner. And boy, is he a dick, which will be really fun. But also, outside of voice acting, I do cosplay, a lot of gaming, and a lot of martial arts, and a lot of singing as well. So that's why you follow me on Smule on Edgar Hinojosa. Next.
Thank you. That was a lot. Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony, or most people call me by Diz. I am Eisen in the comic, and I also sing and have my Smule. Most of my Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, I go by Disney92. I'm just a voice actor, singer, and goofball, and do a lot of different crazy voices. So, hey.
All right. So, Liquid Madness here. I play Conan's daddy in Unordinary. Voice actor. I wouldn't say quite singer, but really all around nice guy, and so I'm not gonna eat up the entire time. Next, Blaze.
Hi, yeah. Hello. I'm Blaze. Sorry for the background noise. I'm currently outside. That's a question for another time. I play Krail, in Unordinary, and I also play a bunch of other background characters here and there from time to time. I'm also on Smule at Blaze0321. I'm very energetic, very positive, and just happy to be part of things. That's why I'm here, why there's nobody anywhere, even though I should probably not be talking very much because of the noises. But yeah, hello. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna read them in order. So depending on the speech bubbles that we get, we're gonna be taking turns, whether it's a girl or guy or the same character. Doesn't matter, because unfortunately, we don't have any females. Dude's night tonight, I guess. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. What?
What do you want?
Wait a minute.
Oops, I'm sorry. Something isn't right here.
That's not John. Ignore that.
This imposter's ability level is nothing compared to the real Joker.
How dare he use Joker's title as a scare tactic?
I won't fall for this.
Ugh!
I keep going switching back and forth. Am I still loading too? You stopped at
Yeah. That you basically
Okay.
kind of said it. Accidentally.
Wait, that was
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Dude, perfect.
There you go.
Fuck!
Oh my. A lot of editing. Oh, you're not the real Joker.
Who are you?
Why do you attack me?
Hey!
Come back here.
Where'd he go?
I lost him.
Look, there he is.
Sure sucks to be him. Technically, he's not king anymore, right?
Not after Joker defeated him in front of everybody.
Shh, quiet. He'll hear us.
John, I hope you're finally satisfied.
Now don't start any more trouble.
Elaine, don't mention him to me anymore. I want nothing to do with him.
Arlo, please listen.
The one who attacked me wasn't John. Someone else was wearing Joker's mask and impersonating him.
What?
But because of that disguise,
I completely lost track of him in the crowd.
And the fraud was able to get away without a trace.
I had no idea if John meant for this to happen.
but if news spreads, more and more Jokers are sure to appear.
Nobody will know who the real one is.
And every student will walk around in fear of being attacked.
I've had enough of this bullshit!
Arlo,
That crazy bastard! He'd really take it this far!
Forcing the entire school to suffer, just because things didn't go his way.
Arlo.
please try to stay calm.
This isn't what any of us expected.
But I'm sure if we work with the others, we'll find a way to fix this.
Cecile, what's up?
I got word that multiple Jokers may have been running around school. Are you aware of this?
Go figure.
Hey!
Don't just walk off on me!
Do you have any idea what you've started? This is chaos.
Everything will fall apart at this rate.
You must reveal yourself as king. It's the only way to stop this mess.
And what if I don't?
John, we made a deal.
I help you dethrone Arlo.
We run the school together.
Help.
Don't give yourself too much credit.
Did you really think I needed you?
Let me make things clear. Cecile?
I decide what's going on around here, and you are in no position to do anything.
That was actually a really cool chapter. I
then
just
we
actually
get-
caught up with that chapter.
And then we get hit with copyright for the. No, just like.
Hey,
I didn't
hey,
even
with this
do
day
it.
and age, I wouldn't be surprised. Ooh.
All right, so
We're gonna get Copa.
Oh yeah,
basically what's
Kappa's
going
gonna
on
destroy us.
is people are using the Joker's identity to appear as the Jokers, and so who do you guys think was the masked guy right now? Do you guys have any idea?
Well, it was Blue Aura, so you can narrow it down from that, I guess.
Not only that, it was Green Speech Bubble. I mean, personally, I thought it was Krail, the one Blaze plays.
Ha
Yeah, I think it was him. It was definitely you, Blaze.
Hey, so you
I
did
tried.
end up
I
in this
tried.
episode.
Let's not jump to conclusions, though.
I always knew I was up for bigger things. I always knew I was for bigger things in this story. I knew I was gonna be the bad guy the entire time. I called it. I called it, guys.
You're not a bad guy. You're just an asshole.
Hey, you're
A
not
major one at that. A major one at that. I tried.
Yeah, your character is more of an asshole. He's a
Yeah.
bully. So, because I mean, it's weird because he targeted Elaine. It could have been. I don't know. It's just weird. Like, why Elaine out of all people? Maybe because she's like the weakest.
isn't her ability just like healing? If I remember correctly, she's just healing.
Yeah, that's
so
all she does. So she's
Yeah.
even though she's
technically
like
very
a
weak.
even though she's a top ranking student, her power is like so maybe that's why. I don't know. That could be the reason why. Out of all like the top tier people, she's probably the lowest out of the top tiers, maybe.
Well, not only that, you got to remember that they dethroned Arlo. Like he's no longer
Mhm.
the king.
Oh,
So maybe
Well, I mean,
maybe she was getting like a special protection from Arlo, and because he got dethroned, she's now a target.
or maybe like
Oh.
that guy was part of the Ember Squad and wanted to take out the healer because she could heal whatever is causing the power, the drug stuff. Like she could heal the drug stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that is a really good point. That's actually really, really, really good. Yeah, that could be it too. I mean, she did heal like Remy's arm like almost as good as Neo. So, I mean, definitely something to think about. I'm unsure. So, what do you guys think of the comic so far, in general?
I think it's awesome. The story. I like the fact that it went from 0 to 100. Edgar has this amazing pacing. Because before, we kind of hinted at certain things with John and a bunch of other things, and it's just the fact we're getting somewhere. Like I like the fact it took its time, it paced itself to this point, and it's pretty great. One thing that is worrying is John's just mental. Like, I think he's actually insane right now. That is the one thing I'm worried about. I think John's actually going mental right now. Like something's not right with John at all. It's already been expressed throughout these couple chapters since this was going on, but like I don't know. Someone needs to help him out because he's going in too deep. He's on the wrong side of where he's supposed to be. Like he's literally he just wants chaos. Is really what it is. And that's kind of insane. I don't know. But overall, how the story is progressing, it's incredible. It's like the concept of how someone with no powers, there's someone with powers, the hierarchies, everything. It's just really interesting. It's like basically this whole thing is about the concept of the weak lead and the strong lead, the strong lead and the weak follow. That's basically the premise of this entire story. It's centered around that, and it's very interesting how they use that to build this, and it's really cool.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, the author has said herself that there's no good or evil. I mean, John is for you to decide as a reader. And John basically gets to do whatever you want. Yeah, so John's not seen as the evil guy here. It's up to the readers to decide if he's good or not,
I personally don't like the guy. I actually didn't like the guy even when he was nice. He was too nice and now he's too cocky. He was too...
Yeah.
Fair point. Fair. That's fair.
Like he was just whiny and like, I can't do anything. And now he's like, oh, well, I own the school now. You guys made me do this. I'm not responsible for my actions. I kill everybody. Like,
I kill everybody.
You guys...
right now.
It's because there was a point where he didn't really have powers and he got picked on it.
Yep.
But now a lot of the people that are high tiers are judging him because, he's this evil guy that beats up people, this and that. But like at the end of the day, you guys did the same thing. You can't really judge somebody out of something. It's like me hitting somebody, right? And then it's okay when I'm hitting them, and then they hit me back, and then I'm like, oh, don't talk to that person because that person is really ruthless. They're an asshole. It's like it's just it's all perspective, like how you see things. And I think he's like that random curveball just thrown in there in the whole entire story,
He just went about it a different way. I mean, he's still just as jerky as any of the other high tiers. He just did it in a different way.
For me, I feel as though it's like I had that thought and I lost it. It's more so like for example, Arlos had just mentioned this a while back. He's more pissed off at the fact, not that he lost, the fact that John has all this power and he's not doing what is expected of him. He's more so like doing what he wants. And how this story's been built up, it's like the high tiers are supposed to lead, set an example, do this, do that, be in charge. John, it just wants utter chaos. And I think that's what especially Arlo, really does not like at all about John. The fact that he has all this power and he's doing BS with it. He's just doing whatever he wants, which is not how this is supposed to go. So I think that's what it is. And what's worse, that he can't do anything about it because John beat him.
Yeah, and that's what's pissing him off. But it's kind of. I mean, if you think about it, Arlo has gone through some bit of character development. He's kind of
Oh,
like
for
Yeah,
sure.
he
noticing.
has.
He's like man, like maybe the way that I was running things wasn't correct, or maybe I made a mistake. There was a point in time in earlier chapters, not now, where he was like, maybe the way, maybe if I hadn't forced John to do this and that, maybe if I would have stayed out of their
Yeah,
way, then like things wouldn't be this way. Like I think like
Mhm.
he was kind of basically admitting that he made a mistake, and that's pretty
Yeah,
big
I
for
think
Arlo,
I
because
think
he's
I
very.
Yeah, I
think
think it's.
basically I think.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh yes, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, okay. I think he basically, since I think he's coming around to like Ray's point of view. Like he wanted to be like Ray so badly, but then he saw his methods didn't work because of all like the hypocrisy with the high tiers and low tiers. And so that's why he decided to like take control and be the way he was. But now he's like second guessing it and thinking maybe I should try,
No,
Ray's
it's
philosophy again.
yeah, I get
I
what you're
don't know.
saying. It's difficult because like when Ray was running things, it was great and it worked because everyone loved the guy. But as soon as he left,
Mhm.
there was people that started doing whatever they wanted, and if you were a strong high
Yeah,
tier, they didn't care. They disrespected you and
yeah.
did what they wanted. They picked on people whenever they wanted, and everything just got out of order. And I mean, so that's why it's. I think there's got to be a in between. You can't be completely ruthless, but there's got to be some level of respect. Respect,
Mhm.
and but not to the point where you're abusing your power. Like there has to be a good balance. I think they both had the right approach, but I think
Mhm.
they should have evened out that that there had to be that balance, because I feel like the way Arlo ran things was to the extreme. The way Ray ran things, it was like to the extreme too. Like it just wasn't
Yeah.
any balance.
Mhm. And with Arlo and John, I think the point. I think this at this point in the story, I think right now Arlo has a sense of what it feels like to feel essentially powerless because he literally can't do anything about John because again he lost, and by his own rules and the
Mhm.
rules of how things are, he can't do anything because John is just stronger than him. That's how the hierarchy is. Whoever's stronger is at the top. Whoever's not is lower than them. That's just how it is. From what I read. So I think at this point in time, he's just that sense of like I can't do anything. That sense of powerlessness. Powerlessness. There we go. That sense of that is what's kind of like I guess changing him a little by little, as well as this how like that's what's also bringing back why how Ray ran things as well. So I guess all that come together is kind of just like it's messing with him now, and he's at like a standstill at this point. He's growing, but like he's that's why he's contemplating himself right now because of all this stuff that's going on.
Mhm.
And I like to see where he's gonna go from here. Honestly, how he's gonna change. If it's for the better, is it gonna be more drastic? I don't know. We would have to see.
How does everybody feel about like John's little relationship, like hierarchy with him and Cecile going around tag teaming and doing all this stuff?
Oh,
It feels like they're both trying to use each other. Cecile's only bending to his will because she knows that he's king.
Mhm.
And it's interesting because John is Joker, and if when you play cards, the Joker is that that random card that just throws you off your game, depending
Yep.
on the game, the card game that you play. Um, I feel like essentially that's what he is. He's like that random curveball that's just thrown into the story, and I think it's like he doesn't have any. He doesn't care about Cecile. Like he doesn't care.
Oh yeah.
He's using her, and she's using him, and he knows that. Like I'm pretty sure he knows. That's why he treats her like
100%.
crap. Like there's no other explanation. He's an
Hmm.
asshole, and she can't do anything about it. So she just accepts it. Like that's what it is. But I'm curious. Like okay, so I guess John's goal is trying to dismantle um the hierarchy, because
Mhm.
if he revealed himself and defeated Arlo and all the royals, he'd be king. But instead, he remained masked. So that means,
Anyone could be Joker.
anybody could be Joker, anybody could be king.
Mhm.
It's anonymous. So
Well,
without
it's
anybody
like
knowing,
it's like
it's dismantled.
well, it's like drawing parallels to other superhero type comics, like the Red Hood.
Oh yeah, fair point. Yeah, I can see. I can get behind that. And I can see that definitely. Because the Red Hood came from being Robin to something entirely different. He always had that in him, but like that change, that shift was intense.
All right,
And not gonna lie,
so
it made the story better.
am I the only one that's gonna, point out that this is it's kind of scary how close it is to My Hero Academia? And I'm not
Oh yeah,
saying
no.
I was thinking-
I was thinking.
oh.
No. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, so does after they resolve everything, all these superheroes come out, and it's gonna be My Hero Academia world? Is
Well,
this like the prequel to My Hero Academia?
It's extra edge by Hero Academia. Oh my gosh.
well, the
Season
heroes
Well,
the
I mean-
heroes are completely different. But I mean,
Mhm.
think
Yeah,
about
they
it.
are.
Like a lot of concepts, like a world of like superheroes, quirks. These guys have abilities. And recently, what's been going on in My Hero for the people that have been watching,
Same thing.
the drug, the enhancement
The
drug.
drugs. Yeah.
Same thing that happened, and that came out in Unordinary first, and then My Hero came out with that.
Yep.
So like,
Yep.
it's just crazy how similar this world, is to My Hero. That's why a lot of people it's like, oh, it's a ripoff from My Hero, but it's like, well, Uru-chan kinda made it first.
Yeah.
In terms of like, I think they both just had very similar ideas. I don't really think any of them leached off each other. It's just, I mean, there's millions of people in the world. It's just rare chance that this happened to be one of the things that they had in common. So
It's it's like that
Concept
thing, like
style, basically.
anybody. It's like anybody else in school like get called out on for plagiarism, even if you thought it was like an original idea of yours, and then you're like, oh, no, just me. Okay.
No, it's just no, you're good. You're good. I don't. Well, it's for okay. I think it's like because the concept of superheroes is like anyone can be a thing about superheroes. It's just like a broad thing. So
Yeah.
it's not out of the realm possibility that there's a bunch of superhero like things. Like you said, there's My Hero, there's Unordinary, there's freaking remember the old show Justice League? It's a superhero show that people really enjoyed. Like it's just a thing. Like, there's so many iterations of Batman. There's Batman animated series, and there's Batman the Brave and the Bold. There's like it's still Batman, but there's different iterations. It's kind of like that. Superhero is essentially can be a genre, and people can do what they will with that genre. If things kind of happen to be similar, that's because it's part of the same genre. Unfortunately, that's just how it is.
And you're always technically like pulling back, and you're like all of your ideas come from somewhere. Like you're inspired by stuff, and so it's going to leak in like some of those ideas from other stuff. It's just going to be your own because you have your own spin on it, but it's going to be like the same.
Yeah, My Hero is based off of a Western superheroes. All Might is Superman. All Might is Superman. That's what it is.
So I'm gonna
He's
go ahead
based
and
off of
ask this
Superman.
question. It's still related to the comic in a way, but not really. So how do you guys feel voicing your characters? Starting with Diz.
Starting with me.
Yeah, you're playing the big guy, Aizen.
I'm playing the crybaby Aizen. I don't know. When I first started reading him, I'm like, okay, interesting. This is an interesting character. I can get behind it. I like voicing him. It'll be interesting having that, totally realistic switch in his personality in the later chapters about all of this. But I can see now where in the beginning he's like all confident because of his power and because of Arlo's system. And after he sees all this, after he finds everything out, he does the very realistic thing and he's like, I can't handle this. And so it'll be kind of interesting to voice that part of him. But yeah, I like it.
So a lot of people have been commenting that your voice fits. How does that make you feel hearing that?
I thank them. I really that's it's always fun to hear that someone thinks that your voice fits because I've played characters where my voice just does not fit.
Oh Lord,
And
yes.
so
Lord, yes.
you know exactly what I'm talking about. And so like to hear people say, oh yeah, that's how I imagine Aizen would sound. I'm like, good, awesome, I did a thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's really it's really nice hearing that sort of feedback. I really like it.
Aww. All right, Ed. I
Boy,
know you've just been doing extras, but well, tell us how does it make you feel playing extras? How does it make you feel like people are watching this and that they're actually taking interest to it and just hearing your
oh,
voice and
really,
seeing your voice in the videos?
well, really, for one thing, playing the extras. Well, it's a good start. It's a good start for to start small, then work your way up big, and that's how a lot of people like to see it like that. But for people to actually take a really huge interest in knowing what the story, how the story plays out, what's going on, what are the mysteries, what are the everything, all that. I can't really talk right now, but it's amazing to see a lot of people taking interest in that. And of course, my character hasn't even come into the story yet, at least not uploaded on YouTube, not just yet. But just wait until that episode comes. I like I said earlier, I'm a huge dick in that as that character. Like I said, for those people who are listening, Tanner, and if you have actually read the comic, you'll know who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say anything else other than that, but really, really amazed and proud that a lot of people are taking interest in that. And for playing the extras, I really don't mind. I'm taking what I can get. I'm not asking for a bigger role, anyways. I'm not expecting a huge role of that, anyways. I basically take what I can get. It's basically the nature of being a voice actor. You don't demand it. Well, you can demand it. I don't know. I'm not really thinking too straight on this. This is kind of a first for me, actually. But I'm just taking what I can get.
The thing is, the thing that people don't understand is people because I get a lot of comments. People are like, I don't think this character kind of fits, this and that. And people don't understand that, it's hard and really difficult to find people that are consistent in terms of getting their lines in on time. They're acting, doing the little grunts. Like if you look at other comic dubs, a lot of these people don't do these. Like they'll have the little dots, but they'll skip all these little, grunts that are supposed to be there. And the people that I
Right.
picked, I know that, obviously not everybody can be the main character. It was kind of hard for me to decide who I was going to pick, and I think during the time when I was casting, you were a bit busy, Ed, if I recall.
What? Yeah.
You were a bit busy. So I try to look for people that were currently active during the time. And I know for a fact like Diz, Conan, Blaze, because I've worked with Blaze before. That Kingdom Hearts fandom, I think. Was Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you play Lushu. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
yeah, for real. That was phenomenal. I liked it. And I just picked people that I know are consistent, so and can act, Conan recently got a comment. Somebody mentioned like, wow, I just like to they commented like, yeah, please, post more, but they also commented saying, you know, I just want to say what a great job the actor for John is doing. Like, and they just left it at that, and I was like, wow, I mean, she's right. He's done a really good job. Um, everybody has, Diz, Crow who plays Serafina, Blaze is Krail, Ed with the extras. Like he puts in the effort. You could tell. Um, and so yeah, it's just people need to understand that we pick these actors depending on how active they are. uh, like
Right.
even though like at first I didn't think Conan fit the role, but it grew on me. Like it's weird. it wasn't too far off, you know. But it grew on me, and now like when I hear his voice, I think of John. That's kind of creepy, but yeah. All right, Blaze, your turn.
Hey, I too played a few Falcon characters in Korea, and it is fun. I like voicing Falcon characters because one, it's amazing practice, and two, it gives insight on the world. You know, I like doing that. It's fun. Um, as for the main person I play, well, I'm not a bully. I'm not a bad guy. I don't mean to be that like put this out there, but I'm actually a really sweet guy. I don't particularly like doing bad things or being bad. But the fact that this character's a bully and does nothing, just enjoys it. He enjoys bullying to a point where like, well, it was probably gonna be a spoiler warning in this anyway. But like in later chapters, he's one of the few people that helped kidnap Serafina, and it's insane. He's just a really not good dude, and it's the complete opposite of me. And it's just fun to play characters like that because it's out of my comfort zone. It's something I personally am not, but it's fun to portray because you can't be nice all the time. It's nice to let off some steam, especially in voice acting. So it's nice to be the bad guy once in a while. It's nice to be a little mean. So I really enjoy playing the character. It's fun. It's fun. It gets me out of my comfort zone, and it's just great. Helps me improve. Helps me learn. I love it. I love all the roles I've been given. It's great. That much more I can say is that it's been awesome. I've enjoyed every minute.
Can I just add on this that as much as some of us like to play the good guy, it's much more fun playing the bad guy.
Oh, for sure.
Tons way more fun.
It is fun playing bad guy. I will agree.
Yeah,
You step at the
a lot of the times we get put in roles. Like I played so many villain roles that I'm just like, I want to like move a little bit to a different role, but I just enjoy the acting. Yeah, sometimes we do burn out and you just don't feel like it, but then sometimes like you'll come back to, man, like I really miss it. There's always got to be a balance with everything we do. Like you can't just be doing one thing. Like I sound edit.
Yeah.
There's sometimes I dread doing it. There's sometimes I love doing it. And your work, shows. Like when you're really passionate about something, it shows. Video editing, it's I hate it. I think that's one of the things I really hate doing. And I'm just gonna be honest. I mean, it sucks, but I do it anyway. Because I think of the end result, and like always, putting out content. It's fun doing this. I enjoy dishing out content. It's weird. It doesn't matter what it is. I just like dishing out content that people take an interest to. And I think that's
it's a love-hate relationship.
Bro,
it's a love-hate relationship.
Bro, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh!
It's like a guilty pleasure, kind of like when I do watch Black Clover. Like, I'm gonna be honest, it's a terrible show, but man, something about it keeps me on there.
It keeps you invested.
Yeah, and I hate myself for liking it and watching it, but I'm like, it's pretty bad. Like some of the animations that have been in that, like they've literally been out of paint. Like somebody in paint could have done a better job. Like that was awful. But
Persona 5 the animation.
It was when Asta
call out facts. Facts.
God. And I really don't complain about animation, but that was terrible. But man, yeah, Black Clover is funny. It's so terrible that it's funny, which makes it good. It's weird. Yeah, anyways. I think we're gonna end it here. Well, thank you guys for watching. And you guys want to say something before I end this?
Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I will not be outside next time around. Hope we can hear more of whatever this is. I hope you enjoyed our voices.
This guy.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this, and support Ison's Patreon for new pins.
That was random.
Ed?
Oh, I suppose I should also thank you guys for watching. If you also want to follow us on social media or something, you can follow me on TikTok at Dragon Kirito or Instagram, the Dragon Soul of Kirito. A lot of underscores. Figured that out. And on Smule, follow us all on Smule. I'm sure Axel will put in the link.
Oh, you know,
Mhm.
now that you mention it, yeah, we also have a TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, where we post
Twitter.
previews of episodes that we are airing or the day before we air the episode. So if you guys want to check those out too, go ahead. We're on TikTok too. We post really short clips. And it's just a way to, expand out of, just YouTube. So yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
Oh wait,
excellent.
I gotta
Who
I
are
gotta
we
follow
on
that TikTok.
I need to
I gotta follow that TikTok.
Yeah, I didn't know about the TikTok until you mentioned.